patch 7.0.3, and I am having some issues on some of the Shadow Priest rotation, and I was wondering where I'm doing shit wrong. So my current setup is this. I am at 846 item level. All my gear is, well, primarily for the most part, trying to go with haste as a primary stat. And I'm using the pre-Legion trinket from Warlords of Draenor time in Mythic raids. Mythic dungeons in Draenor. And 884 item level weapon, 880 critical haste, critical haste, critical haste, critical haste, and haste on this with the Draenor enchant, and also with haste on the head. And two of these are basically the lower version of the haste enchant on my rings, and a 150 intellect on my cape. So also another thing I want to point out is my talent artifact tree. I went for Mass Hysteria, and I'm currently at Touch of Darkness, and I will get my golden legendary, my second golden legendary eventually, but artifact power costs a shit ton. So the way how I'm gonna do this is that I feel my damage is shit in Surrender to Madness spec, but I'm also using Twist of Fate, Body and Soul, Psychic Voice, Reaper of Souls, Shadowy Insight, Mindbender, and Surrender to Madness. So Reaper of Souls probably won't apply until you are in the execution phase of the boss. So my damage meter on Skada will probably be a little bit more, a little lower than, you know, fighting a boss that's like a tank and spank, like Nightbendra in Emerald Nightmare. But anyhow, I'm going to show you how I'm rotating in a 3-target fight. And then for part 2 of this video, I'm going to show how I do just purely single target. So in a 3-target fight, let's say there's a boss with 2 ads, so this ad, and then this is the boss. So the way how I do this is that I generate my insanity by doing my opening rotation at Mind Blast, Shadow Fiend, VT, SWP, and rotate between Mind Flay and Mind Blast until my Void Eruption is up. But for the sake of this case, I'm going to use Surrender to Madness to see how much damage I can really spike out. So no potions, no food, no enhancements of any sort except enchanting the rings, the neck, and my cape. So I'm actually gonna time and see how long I can optimally pull out Surrender to Madness on target dummies in, say for example, a tank and spank scenario. So let's do this and give it a go. And here we go. I pop my Void, Surrender, I'm gonna redot, oh shit, I actually started with single targeting only. Next will be my multi-target. I fucked up in my approach. So this, for example, is perhaps like a rotation that I would do on the Dendra. And of course, I'm eventually gonna die because my insanity generation is decaying so much. But when that gets close enough, I'll have to just dispersion it to fucking block the bar, like right now. And then I'll just keep spamming Void Balls until I fucking survive. So right there you have it on my single target rotation. If it is in fact perfect, just considering, let's say, a Nightendra fight or a tank and spank single target, you would have up to about 312.5k DPS if you're doing it optimally. But I would say I survived surrender for about at least a good minute and 15 seconds, and this is for single targeting. But I don't feel that I'm pulling enough damage in raid. Maybe I'm doing something wrong or something. So this is my single targeting, and right there you also have to consider the fact that I wasn't able to use Shadow Word Death because it's not an execution range, and that is one of my best attempts at single targeting with Surrender to Madness as of patch 7.0.3. It's currently, let's see, it's the 27th of, and this is when the new hotfixes were coming in, but regardless, they got rid of those changes, so no big deal. So that was my single targeting. I would like to see where I can improve more, and stay tuned for my part 2 of this video.